You won't believe what's happening today. Charlie digs up July's diary from her breakup months ago. Julie was fuming and thinking how embarrassing it was to be posted by such a little rascal like Charlie. Just as she was ready to declare war, Charlie suddenly got serious and apologized. What a twist. He even said he'd cooked dinner for Julie. She wondered if he was trying to get her to eat more horse meat. Seeing Julie so cautious, Charlie gave her a sneaky grin, and Julie quickly switched her drink back. The red wine went down smoothly, and Julie didn't sense anything wrong as she dug into her meal. It was like Beauty and the Beast in it. Charlie sounded like a food critic, but all Julie could think of was that her hometown folks would never eat horse meat. July's mental defenses crumbled, and she grabbed food to deal with Charlie, reminding him that wasting food was a disgrace. Seriously, don't try this at home. Charlie and Julie quickly switched to using utensils instead of food weapons. Their commotion quickly attracted outside tourists. What a bizarre food fight showdown. The local guard came again, curious about their relationship, and Julie shot back, "We're celebrating Romeo and Julie." The guard shook his head, saying if he saw them again, they'd have to spend the night in the village. What a joke. Wasting is shameful, the guard said, and Julie just nodded, confused about what he meant. The guard's warning worked, and Julie and Charlie restrained themselves. Julie sat down defeated, while Charlie silently picked a red wine. He apologized to Julie and explained the making of horse meat, making everyone a little hungry just listening. "Is the meat the mushroom?" Julie asked, totally confused. Charlie quickly reassured her, "Of course not. Everything here is perfectly normal." As Julie relaxed, their relationship eased, her mood lifted. With the help of wine, they suddenly had a change of heart and apologized to each other. The reconciled duo sat leisurely on the balcony, and Charlie quickly booked a fancy hotel room. "See how smart." Julie proposed to show him around, and Charlie admitted he had another mission this trip, but he still seemed charming. Turns out Charlie is a sommelier, or walking wine list, bringing all sorts of flavors to the table. This time, he's not only here to make friends, but also to help buy a winery on the verge of sinking. What a save. Julie volunteered as the tour guide, taking Charlie to the fountain. "Let's make her wish for more wine in the future." Since the night was the tour timer, many spots were already closed, so they returned to the vacation house early. This was the first time Julie had the privilege of a bed since she arrived. Unbelievable. The next morning, she tidied up the battlefield and bought coffee, wrapping up this culinary war. Looking at the tidy house, she couldn't help but sigh softly, thinking to herself that even though Charlie could be a rascal at times, he wasn't such a terrible person after all. After all, Julie found Charlie less annoying than she had thought. The world seemed brighter. She discovered that Charlie had many admirable qualities. They couldn't miss tonight's wine exchange. Charlie finally agreed to July's idea, and they dove into their city sculptures. They ventured through July's secretary's office, and the entire day's events were filled with twists and turns, turning and twisting like a drama. On the bridge, they discussed family dynamics, like piecing a puzzle together. While chatting by the sea, they shared funny stories, and their feelings started to heat up. Julie had never attended such an event, so Charlie invited her to a delightful surprise. They visited the winery, and Charlie handed her over to the host, treating her like royalty. July's mouth was gaping wide in astonishment at all the unfamiliar sights. It was as if she had stepped into an entirely new world. In a serene ambience, Julie suggested a dance, and the atmosphere turned ever so slightly romantic. There was an unspoken chemistry between them. Charlie gently brushed her hair, and a sweet moment was about to. Their faces were inching closer, and it felt like the garden was cheering for them. But just then, Julie misunderstood. Julie thought Charlie was apologizing for not being ready mentally. Little did she realize his girlfriend was precisely the person she had written about in her diary. She heard Charlie introduce himself, naturally referring to his ex-girlfriend. What a mind-boggling twist. This was the real reason Charlie didn't kiss Julie, a tug-of-war of responsibilities and feelings. They had known each other for days, but had genuinely only spent one day together. What an emotional intent. Now Charlie seemed to have quietly developed feelings for this girl who almost got him locked up. Talk about complicated feelings. Julie was also feeling it, but had to keep her distance due to her status, appearing quite helpless. And when they finally returned to the hotel, Love's door slammed shut. At this moment, they couldn't imagine that the barriers to their love included more than just Casey. The next morning, Julie was woken by knocks, wondering if it was Charlie, but it was her admired Brandon. Just when she expected him to propose, she got the breakup news instead. What heartbreak.